This is WWE's Jerry the King Lawler, and Mountain Empire, this is your wrestling.
Welcome to the Southern States Wrestling Power Half Hour. It's your old friend here, Beau James, and some people like to call me the King of Kingsport, and that's exactly where I'm standing right now, right downtown Kingsport, Tennessee, only miles away from Mt Carmel, Tennessee, where we've got our huge Christmas Night Star Wars event coming up. I hope you enjoyed the sights and the sounds of the seasons at the beginning of the program there as we took a look around downtown Kingsport. If they got all the lights up and they got everything ready for the holiday season, and we're getting ready for a big night of action. That's Christmas night. Tuesday, December 25th, 7:30 p.m., Mt Carmel, Tennessee, Armed Forces Center Armory. The main event has been signed. Eric Darkstorm, the controversial champion with both belts, the Southern Championship and the Southern States Championship, puts both belts on the line against his #1 rival. I'm talking about the international star himself from Marietta, Georgia, Kyle Matthews. Special referee that night, WWE legend. I'm talking about Dr. Tom Prichard. What I want to do right now is take a look at what's led to this big main event and hear some words from everybody involved.
On a 2 count, Darkstorm setting up here, in position, rolls forward, misses that big kick as Matthews now has him, rolls him up on his own. He could have him here, 2 count only. What great action, Matt Rhodes. Matthews hit off that middle turnbuckle, and Darkstorm got it this time. Rolling Izagiri. Pat Eric Darkstorm with a cover leg hooked and a 3. That's it. Eric Darkstorm with a big victory over Kyle Matthews. Oh my goodness. This match could have went either way. Well, we may get a handshake here. I'm not sure how this is going to pan out. As a great sign of respect here.
With all due respect, you flew all the way up here from Tampa to see Kyle Matthews because he's one of the best in the world. Well, if he's one of the best in the world, what does that make me? Because I beat him 1, 2, 3.
Right. No. Listen. I don't think you need to jump the gun here, Eric. I was just getting ready to mention the great match that Eric Darkstorm had against Kyle Matthews just recently here on Southern States Wrestling.
Hold on. So now it was a great match featuring Eric Darkstorm. You know what? I didn't hear you mention me until I came out here. And now that I'm out here, oh, Eric Darkstorm, you're great. You're great. Well, you didn't fly up here to see me, did you? I had to hear Beau James talk for a month about how great Kyle Matthews is. Now you're going to fly in the big wig and come in to see Kyle Matthews?
Okay. No, I think we've got a little misunderstanding going on here. I came in to see both Eric Darkstorm and Kyle Matthews. Kyle just happened to be trained by a very good friend of mine that I grew up in this sport, Ted Allen. The Nightmare, he is a guy who has a reputation, and I believe that he's been trained very well. And I believe that Eric Darkstorm, you of course have been a tremendous heavyweight. You've been a great cruiserweight. But you know, the thing is, it's not necessarily the fight or the size of the dog in the fight. It's really the fight in the dog, if you want to look.
So now you're going to disrespect me. So now you're going to disrespect me. I'm a great wrestler. Listen to me, okay? I'm not a dog. If I was, I'd be a pit bull. But that offends me because I'm not a dog.
Side here, and that may have been the only thing that Tom Prichard could have done. And I certainly do not condone that maneuver at all, but he has taken so much punishment in the ring there with the knees to the head, the wrenching of the neck. Darkstorm, wait a minute. Darkstorm, he just sprayed, what is that, ink? Caught him in the top of the head. He sprayed Tom Prichard in the face with some ink or something. Referee Jeremy McKenzie sliding over him. 1, 2, 3. Fans, Michael Sutherland standing here with the Southern States Heavyweight Champion, the Southern Heavyweight Champion, Eric Darkstorm. Eric, we're inching ever so close to Christmas night Star Wars. Both your titles is on the line against Kyle Matthews, Dr. Tom Prichard, the special guest referee.
You know, it's funny because Kyle Matthews didn't even show up on Thanksgiving. I don't know what he was doing. Maybe he ate too much turkey. Maybe he went to Japan. Maybe he went to, I don't know, who knows where he went. But he didn't come wrestle me, and he sent his favorite guy, Dr. Tom Prichard, who couldn't get the job done, and that's why you got the new Southern Heavyweight Champion. Kyle Matthews, if you want to show up on Christmas, I'll be more than glad to put these belts on the line because it's obvious that you're ducking me, and you didn't want to give me the rematch that I wanted until I got the gold around my waist. And now that I got 2 belts, you really want a shot at me. So you know what? They can have Dr. Tom Prichard as the referee. Beau James can get his autograph too. They can all line up and give him a high five and hang their picture on his wall. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I guarantee you I'm walking out of there the same way I walk in with both these belts around my waist. And there's 2 things you can do about that. Actually, 1, nothing.
Both titles on the line Christmas night.
Hello, wrestling fans. Joe Wheeler here with Kyle Matthews. And Kyle, this situation with you and Eric Darkstorm, man, it's just getting more and more intense. It seems to be about respect, but maybe there's more to it. It's been signed. You guys are going at it one more time.
Eric Darkstorm, 1 and 1. I've won once, you won once. And you know, this is about respect, but it's no longer about wrestling. It will be no wrestling match. It will be a fight. See you then.
Standing here with Dr. Tom Prichard. Prichard, you are the special guest referee, Christmas night Star Wars, for the heavyweight title match.
All I have to say is this, Eric Darkstorm. You're talking about a guy who won the Southern Heavyweight Championship. I don't know what it was you squirted in my eyes. I don't know what it was you did in Mt Carmel that night on Thanksgiving in 2012, but I can tell you this. Christmas night, December 25th, 2012. I want you to keep that in your mind. I want you to keep that vision in your head. What you did to me on Thanksgiving isn't going to repeat itself because I'm going to be in the 3rd man in the ring with both of you and Kyle Matthews. So if you want to try something, go ahead. But I'm going to be the guy to stop you. And I'll promise you, when you walk out of that ring, it's not going to be the same.
Get off the couch and get out to Samson's Gym in St. Paul, Virginia. Dauntless equipment, free weights, Smith & Cable machines, step aerobics, boxing equipment, cardiovascular equipment, tanning bed, drink bar, fitness wear, supplements, and more. Plus an instructor on duty at all times. Call 762-7170. Samson's Gym, your one stop for fitness since 1990.
With the economy changing almost daily and not always for the best, let Hassie'sKitchenTable.com keep your food budget under control. Leave the work up to us as we find inexpensive recipes, cooking, and shopping tips. You will soon have all the tips, ideas, recipes you need to feed your family well on a budget and have fun while doing it.
Hello everyone, I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah. Make sure you come out December 25th, Christmas night, at Mt Carmel at the Armed Forces Center, where it'll be heated up because right now I'm freezing to death. But make sure you come out because it's going to be one great night of nothing but non-stop wrestling action. And also, one of the matches is going to take place that night is going to be the rematch of the year. So make sure you come out, bring your family, bring your friends. I guarantee you'll have a good time. Merry Christmas.
There you heard from the ladies champion, Misty James, my beautiful wife, and she said it all from my family to yours. Happy holiday season, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas to everyone out there watching. Christmas night Star Wars is just days away. We're getting closer. I'm getting excited. I told you all about the main event with Eric Darkstorm and Kyle Matthews, Dr. Tom Prichard, the referee. This is the grudge match of the year. This is the rematch of the year. This is the rubber match of the year. Both belts on the line. It's huge. It's big. People are following it all over the country and all over the world right here. on the Power Half Hour, and you, if you live in the Mountain Empire, have a chance to be right there ringside to see it go down. Another big match that night that involves myself, my nephew Jake Booth, and my mentor Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man, WWE Hall of Famer himself, is we're going to be battling James McCone, Frank Parker, Scott Sterling, the tag team champions. McCone, we got you back in the ring. What I want to do right now is take a few moments and just go back in time and see some of the things that have led up to this. This is not a month old. This is not a year old. This has been going on for decades between some of us involved in this. Christmas night, we're looking to settle it once and for all. Christmas night, James McCone, we're looking to run you right out of Kingsport, Tennessee, and send you packing right back to Charlotte, North Carolina, where you belong, and I hope you take those two thugs with you. Christmas night Star Wars. Let's take a look at what's led to this match.
Appreciation to the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant, as they've put it maybe an end completely to James McCone. Oh, how about that? Referee Jake Booth, he gets a shot in. How about that?
James McCone's digging in his pocket for something. Ray Idle just caught Frank Parker again. McCone. Oh! Jake Booth! Jake Booth took McCone down!
What in the world?
Working over James McCone. Beau James is still down in on the side of the ring here. Here comes referee Jake Booth. Well, maybe not referee Jake Booth anymore. Professional wrestler Jake Booth. He reaches in, grabs hold of Scott Sterling. Scott Sterling just punched him in the top of the head. Wait a minute. Taking a steel chair and driving it in on Steve Flynn. Jake Booth, not really much that he can do. Just one man by himself against three. Wait just a minute. Bringing a chair down across the back of Steve Flynn. They intend to injure him big time. Wait a minute. He is bringing out Beau James bullwhip. Good Lord, if that had connected, it would have cut the hide off both of them. Fans, we are inching ever so close to Christmas night Star Wars in Mount Carmel at the beautiful Armed Forces Center. We heard last week that the six-man tag team match has been signed. James McCone going to have to step back in the ring with his tag team champions against Jake Booth, the King of Kingsport, handsome Beau James, and the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant.
Will you look behind you? Do you honestly think I'm worried? I have got Frank the Tape Parker, Mr. Destruction, the man that's been pinned 3 times in 5 years, and Scott Sterling, the greatest 2 wrestlers alive today, against Beau James, who Frank Parker owns, an old fossil Jimmy Valiant, who has no business getting involved with us, who I owe a big receipt to, and that punk Jake Booth, who I made into a Thanksgiving turkey. Do you really think I'm afraid? No, this time I'm not. Because I'm not going to have to get worried with Beau James. And they're going to take care of Jimmy Valiant. I'm going to beat up Jake Booth. I'm going to beat up Jimmy Valiant after they beat him up first. See, I don't have to worry about it, Michael. I don't have to beat up Jimmy Valiant. They do. And they can do it. Because they're big business. Jake Booth, Beau James, Jimmy Valiant, bring it. Star Wars, big business. The greatest 2 wrestlers alive today, and the straw that stirs the drink. And we're going to take care of it. Big business style Star Wars.
All right, 6-man tag action coming at you Christmas night in Mount Carmel.
There we saw just some of the events leading up to Christmas night Star Wars. I'm standing here with Jake Booth. And Jake, I got to tell you, Thanksgiving night, I was so proud of you. You went in there and you fought like a man. James McCone, he used the rule book in his advantage. And I know it was embarrassing for you to stand there. I know it was embarrassing for you to have to get that honey and stuff dumped all over you and get tarred and feathered just like a big turkey. But I'm going to tell you what. This is your chance, and I want you to understand this. You don't have to just worry about James McCone. You got to worry about Frank Parker and Scott Sterling, seasoned veterans, tough men. But you got myself and Jimmy Valiant behind you. Christmas night, I want you to look right in that camera because I know McCone's listening, and I want you to tell him what you're going to do if you get your hands on him.
James McCone, Thanksgiving night, you embarrassed me in front of my friends, my family, and all my peers. Thanksgiving night, I was coming to get even. Christmas night, I'm coming for revenge. Now, I didn't guarantee anything Thanksgiving night. I'm not going to guarantee anything Christmas night. But James McCone, if I get this fist anywhere near your face, you're going to be running back to Charlotte, North Carolina, right where you belong.
See, that's what you got to do. You got to get down and dirty. McCone, I can stand here and talk all day and say what I want to do to you. I can stand here all day and say what I would like to do to you. And what I've done to other people over the years, but what I want to do right now is I just want to show you just a few clips of what I am capable of doing to you, James McCone, and what I plan on doing to you come Christmas night right there in Mt Carmel. Imperial Healthcare welcomes you to our new location, 645 East Main Street, Kingsport, Tennessee. New patients welcome now. Call 423-734-2318 or 782-0893 to make an appointment with our friendly and qualified staff. Imperial Healthcare of Kingsport, Tennessee. Simple and sincere. Dr. V.J. Singh, M.D. Tell them you heard about him on Southern States Wrestling.
With the economy changing almost daily and not always for the best, let Hassie'sKitchenTable.com keep your food budget under control. Leave the work up to us as we find inexpensive recipes, cooking, and shopping tips. You will soon have all the tips, ideas, recipes you need to feed your family well on a budget and have fun while doing it.
Wrestling fans, Michael Sutherland standing here with the Equalizer, Crunch, and Chick White, the Death Riders. And guys, I know you've got tag team belts on your mind. When are they going to come over to the Death Riders?
Well, that's what I'm saying, Michael. See, these people here at the Southern States Wrestling, the commissioners and the matchmakers, they seem to be overlooking us a lot. If they can find somebody to get in the ring with us Christmas night, after everybody opens all the little Christmas presents from Santa Claus, come on out Christmas night. We don't care if it's tag team or whether it's Chick White by himself or myself. We will take on anybody if they can set it up.
You got belts on your mind, Chick?
Oh, yeah, you know I do. And I am going to have them. Y'all just hang on, wait and see. They will be mine.
Christmas night, the Death Riders say tag team belts or even singles titles is coming their way. Folks, more right after this.
There you heard from the always mean and nasty Death Riders. I'm talking about Crunch, Equalizer, and Chick White. They said they don't care if it's titles, they don't care if it's just grudges, they don't care what it is. They want to get in the ring with somebody Christmas night. Well, I know matchmaker Al Bass, I know matchmaker Mac McMurray's working to finalize the card. Right here next week, we're going to bring you every match that's been signed. Let's talk about this one right here. We've not talked about it, but I like to mention it. The powerhouse Ray Otto returns Christmas night, and he's got a big title match against the Mountain State heavyweight champion. That is Lance Erickson. This should be this will be a main event in West Virginia. It'll be a main event right here in Tennessee, and it's a great match coming up Christmas night. Let's also talk about KC Thunder. My cousin returns. Now, KC's always there when the family needs him. But, you know, right now, he's doing his own thing. But if I need him, I'd say, hey, cuz, come over here and help us. But he said, look, when I come back Christmas night, I want to make an example of everybody watching. I want everybody to see that the first family of professional wrestling right here is still mean and nasty. That's his words, not mine. Even though we are mean and nasty, but I like talking to all of you out there, all you good people. I like visiting with you at ringside and visiting with you at the matches. But KC Thunder taking on a legend in the sport of professional wrestling, 8-time World Tag Team Champion. I'm talking about the Rock and Roll Express. Ricky Morton right there Christmas night, Mt Carmel, Tennessee. It is a huge night. Now, last week we got to see a little bit of it. I want to take a few more minutes here to look at what has happened between the rock stars from outer space and Chris Graves and Jay Shaft and Lukas Angel and DeAndre Jackson, the Tennessee heavyweight champion, because this thing is gotten out of control. It kind of simmered down, and now the fire has rekindled, and it is right back to where it was back in early summer. So let's take a few minutes, and we're going to hear from DeAndre Jackson and Lukas Angel.
This has been so far, and you got to believe the winners of this match have got to be #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championship.
Well, absolutely, and you can see here that Chris Graves has got a hold of the left ankle of Lukas Angel as he's trying to crawl, and you see he slapped at him, and he did make the tag. And in comes a fresh DeAndre Jackson. Here comes Jay Shaft in. He ducked that, and out goes Chris Graves. Jay Shaft now getting a couple of big right hands to the cheek. Going to pick him up, maybe a Samoan drop. Absolutely took him straight down. And Jay Shaft in a world of hurt right here. We see 10 minutes is gone, and he drove down 260, 270 pounds right in the midsection of Jay Shaft. And Shaft, he's been squashed like a little bug there in the middle of that wrestling ring. And you see Chris Graves coming over and taking advantage of the weakened state of Lukas Angel and pulls him on the outside. Now the referee, I'm not sure if he knows if he's got control in this match or not. There's a lot of bad blood between these two teams stemming off the tag team tournament that happened last time we were here at Summer Bash. Both these teams on the outside, and Jake Booth admonishing the 10 count like he's supposed to do. And I don't think these two guys are worried, or these two teams are worried about the 10 count at all, Joe.
No, this thing's going to end in a count out if somebody doesn't get in the ring here pretty quickly, as Jake's up to about 8 or 9 here. There it is, the 10 count. We got a double count out here, as both of these teams are fighting still all over the building. Referee Jake Booth's trying to restore some order, but what's done is done. DeAndre is fighting with Jay Shaft on one side, and oh, look out. Head first, Jay Shaft went into that chair right there, and we got a double count out here.
Well, the unfortunate thing about this is there's not going to be anybody get a check in the win column, but still yet you got to believe that these two teams, referee calling for the bell again to try to maintain some order, regain order, and you see the Rock Stars are gone. Let's get the official decision, Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen, this matchup has been ruled a double count out. Double count out.
Just a minute. Now, here comes Jay Shaft to the ring, and at one time, Jay Shaft and Chris Graves were an extremely formidable tag team in the area, held a number of tag team championships, but you can see they've had a falling out, and Graves just looked over at Shaft and told him to shut up, as Shaft is cheering on DeAndre Jackson. Takes him over in a big suplex. Remember, the Tennessee title is on the line here. Referee over there checking with DeAndre Jackson. He's still not got all his wits about him. Some of these maneuvers that he has delivered has been nothing but pure adrenaline in there. Wait a minute. Jay Shaft just grabbed hold of the leg of DeAndre Jackson. I thought he was out here for moral support for him. Caught him with a fist right to the top of the head. I don't know that there was... What is going on here? Oh, come on. Both guys now in on DeAndre Jackson. This has got to call for a disqualification here. It's got to be. Jay Shaft going to the top rope here. Here comes Lukas Angel, who has been a tag team partner. He missed on the drop kick there, and Chris Graves is to the outside. Jay Shaft left in the ring. Sends him into the corner now, and, well, he's going to pull him out. Wrestling fans, Michael Sutherland standing here with the Tennessee heavyweight champion DeAndre Jackson and Lukas Angel. And, Lucas, if it hadn't been for you coming out Thanksgiving night and helping out your old partner here, DeAndre Jackson, he may have lost his Tennessee championship.
That's right. You know what? There's one thing that I don't like more than cheaters are snakes. Have you ever seen those things? They're slimy and they're just gross. And that's exactly what Chris Graves and Jay Shaft are. They're snakes in the grass.
You see, he's got it right. Rockstar Smiley States, you are snakes. And if you keep sticking your head up out the grass, sooner or later it get cut off. And if you keep messing around and playing around, we're going to cut it off. Because, you see, we're not afraid to sell up and ride again. The team of Lukas Angel and DeAndre Jackson were rocking and rolling all over the time before I got my chance to take this. And since y'all want to stick your nose back in our business, hey, it's only a matter of time before we're looking across the ring at you two snakes, ready to just cut your head off and leave you flopping around the ground. Be careful what you wish for, because if you're good little boys, which I doubt, Santa might just give you the present that you're wishing for.
Ooh. Maybe tag team action coming at you Christmas night. Star Wars, DeAndre Jackson, Lukas Angel, they're ready for the Rock Stars. We'll be back.